Hey you guys, what's up? My name is Andrew and today I want to talk about accepting that you're transgender if you are. I want to break this down into two different parts. Why it's important to accept your transgender and how you can accept that you're transgender. I think that it's really important because then if you get misgendered or you start feeling dysphoria or anything like that, that'll cause you anxiety or cause you to feel bad about yourself, I feel like it might not diminish if you accept yourself, but I do feel like it'll bring those feelings down a notch and you won't feel as bad. So whenever I was transgender, I specifically remember what it felt like being misgendered. I remember the pain I felt in my gut, and I remember just feeling broken about it, and I would just want to cry sometimes. And I do think that a lot of that had to do with that I had a bunch of estrogen, and that did make me more emotional. But I think another side of it was because I didn't accept that I was transgender. For me personally, whenever I thought of me being transgender, I was thinking about the fact that I was a boy. Not a transgender boy, just a boy, right? I accepted that I wanted to be male, but I had not accepted that I was transgender. And to me, the big difference is that I just wanted to instantly be a boy. I wanted to be treated like boys. I wanted to be viewed as a boy. I wanted to look like a boy. I wanted to walk like a boy. Everything. I just wanted to be in that category so badly that I totally didn't accept myself for how I actually was. I just really wanted to be a person that I wasn't. I kind of got to this point where I realized what it really meant to be transgender. It means I'm never going to be a cisgender guy. I'm never going to grow up knowing what it's like being a boy. I'm never going to not know what it's like growing up as a girl. I'm never going to experience certain things or understand certain things that cisgender guys do. That's not me. I'm not a cisgender male. I'm never going to be one. In my mind, there is a big difference between a transgender male and a cisgender male because your upbringing is completely different. In my case, right? Maybe if you have known since you were 4 years old, then it's different. I don't know what that life is like, but I do know what it was like growing up as a girl and then making the transition over. I missed out on a lot of things that guys my age had gone through, just socially and emotionally and physically. I was not at their level, and I didn't accept that, right? I accepted that I wanted to be a boy, but I didn't accept the fact that I will never get to have what they have. I'm really hoping that this makes sense because I feel like once I grasped the concept that I was transgender and that my life was going to be different from other guys was whenever I started to not really care if I got misgendered. Just to give you an example, today, I accept me, right? I accept that I'm Andrew, my favorite color is blue, I'm transgender, I grew up as a female, I like girly movies, I love Nicholas Sparks. There's so many different elements and I've just accepted them all, good and the bad. I accept the fact that I used to have acne. I accept the fact that I have an Adam Levine poster hung up on my wall because I really like him. These are all different elements that I have accepted. So I know who I am and I'm very comfortable in it, right? So whenever other people question me or if they misgender me, right? If I go out and somebody was like, oh ma'am, it happens very rarely, but occasionally it does happen. And if that does happen, I don't get mad. I don't anymore. And I don't get offended and I don't feel this pressure of, oh my gosh, how could they not know I'm a boy? I just kind of feel like they didn't know. And that's cool because I know. I feel like that pressure has just been lifted off of me, and I really didn't feel that until I fully accepted me. I accepted that I have a different life from most people, and that's okay. So, now that I've talked kind of about why I think it's important to accept the fact that you are transgendered, I think it's time to talk about how you can get there, or at least how I got there. Don't get me wrong. I do think that a big portion of how I got there is testosterone. I think that whenever I got on it, I became a lot more logical, and I felt more comfortable in my own body, and because all of those changes happened, I think that I started to just kind of accept myself and be like, I'm cool with who I am. But I do think had I put more effort into it earlier on, I could have gotten there without the testosterone. A big portion of it was that I had a heart-to-heart with myself, right? I sat down and I thought, okay, what are the things that I really like about myself? And what are the things that I don't like? And then I took the portion of the things I didn't like, and I said, okay, out of these things that I really don't like about myself, what can I change? I had some physical things like my height, right? My muscle mass. I can change one of those. So I kind of compartmentalized those things of what can I change and what can I not change. And the things that I could change was what I focused on, right? I didn't put attention to the things that I couldn't. Things I could focus on. Eating healthy, working out. So I started doing that, right? And it made me feel really good about myself. And the more confidence I gained from dealing with the issues I could, the less I cared about the things I couldn't deal with, because I started to realize that I was being proactive and that I was changing myself, and that these were things that I can't change, that's just a part of me. And so the more I kind of worked on myself, the less bad I felt about things I couldn't work on. But with accepting those things, I just kind of had to rearrange my thought process on them. So when looking at the mirror, right? If I felt bad about being short, let's say, then I would just say, yeah, I'm short, but it could be worse. I could be shorter, and right now, I'm doing really well with my fitness, and I've made big progress on that. And then I would be kind of like, yeah, and it would kind of even it out, and I didn't feel so bad about it. I'm not saying that if you do these things that you're never gonna feel bad if somebody misgenders you. That might just be a reaction that you have to get used to. But I did want to talk about it because I know that that was something that I really struggled with, and something that I didn't even realize I struggled with until I wasn't struggling with it anymore. I really hope that you grasp the concept and that I explained it well enough. But if you do have any questions, feel free to comment below and I will try to answer them in more detail. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.